coming up in just about 10 minutes from now, 6:02.
All right, thanks, Tim. The time's almost here for the Powder House Road Connector project to get started, and both neighbors and leaders are ready to begin. The two-phase project is all about reducing traffic on Whiskey Road. Your Taylor Martin joins us live this morning from Whiskey Road. So, Taylor, what can people expect from this first phase?
Well, Nick, that first phase will start in a few weeks with the groundbreaking on March 28th. They can also expect that to take about 15 months to complete. Now, the city says that the Federal Highway Administration gave them the go-ahead to hold the second of two public information sessions for phase 2. Now it's one step closer to the finish line. And leaders say the Powder House Connector is a road project that's been on the books for about 20 years now. And leaders also say you could see as many as 44,000 cars on the road per day, but this project will help reduce traffic.
Will reduce traffic by 18%. So it's something that is needed and overdue. We're pleased that we've been able to get funding from the state.
Now, again, the groundbreaking for this project is going to be on March 28th, and then on April 3rd, there will be that second public meeting. That'll be from 5 to 7 p.m. at Wrdw Weeks Activity Center.
Okay, thanks for that update there, Taylor, live on Whiskey Road this morning.
To North Augusta now, where the city continues to grow with new developments. This week we learned about a couple of projects that are either in the works or almost ready. The city administrator says there's going to be a traffic light installed soon near the site of the Hive and Parker apartments. He says it's because the complex showed proof that Martintown Road has a lot of traffic. He went on to talk about how excited the officers are for their new headquarters.
You can talk to any public safety officer and they'll tell you how excited they are to be in that building, and that's been a bit of a journey for the city to get us into that facility, but ultimately everybody's in there right now. The facility works very well.
The ribbon cutting is weeks away. We also found out plans to replace the 13th Street Bridge are delayed. Officials say it's because of inflation and rising costs. That's been postponed until 2028.
Augusta cemeteries have been closed since Hurricane,
and then eventually here by Sunday morning, coming up in just a little bit. 6:32.
We're only a few weeks away from the start of a long-awaited project in Aiken. The Powder House Road Connector will ultimately help reduce traffic on Whiskey Road. People and leaders say they can't wait for that work to begin. Your Taylor Martin joining us now live from Whiskey Road. And Taylor, what should we expect once this work begins?
Well, Ashley, you should expect for the project to be completed in 2 phases and for there to be another public information meeting for people who would like more info on the project. The city says that the Federal Highway Administration gave them the go-ahead to hold this second public information session for phase 2. Now, it's one step closer to the finish line, and that second meeting will be on April 3rd. But leaders say the Powder House Connector is a road project that's been on the books for about 20 years now, so a long time coming. And once complete, it will reduce traffic on Whiskey Road by about 18%.
In the area between on Whiskey Road, between East Pine Log Road and Powder House Road, is some of the busiest stretch of road in the city of Aiken and Aiken County.
The groundbreaking for that project will be on March 28th, and again, that phase 2 meeting will be on April 3rd. It's going to be from 5 to 7 p.m. at Wrdw Weeks.
All right, we'll be keeping you up with how things are moving along. Taylor Martin live for us in Aiken along Whiskey Road this morning. In many places around North Augusta, projects are going on to develop and grow in the city. That includes traffic lights to lessen traffic, improving pedestrian safety on Georgia Avenue, and making sure the city is ready for whatever comes. That also includes a new public safety headquarters, which officials say is only weeks away from an official ribbon cutting. Leaders say they want to make sure that the city can keep up with the growth it's seeing each year.
Public safety, wastewater, stormwater, schools, things like that, to make sure that, yes, we're growing, but we have to make sure that we do it strategically and do it the right way.
While the city is moving forward with all of these projects, there are some that still need work. The plan to replace the 13th Street Bridge is being postponed. GDOT's plan was approved back in 2022, but due to rising costs and inflation, that work won't start until 2028.
634 now. SLED charged 31-year-old Broderick Walters with 4 counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor in the first degree. Arrest warrants say the incidents happened between April 2020 and April 2023 in Barnwell County. It writes the incidents began when the victim was 4 years old and continued until she was 7. Walters is booked at the Barnwell County Detention Center. We have reached out for his mugshot.
A second teen suspect has been arrested in the armed robbery of a mail carrier last November in Augusta. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office and the U.S. Marshal's Office say that 17-year-old Danny Parker is in custody and charged with armed robbery. Earlier this week, 17-year-old Darian Williams was taken into custody along with his mother and uncle on charges related to his arrest.
After a jaw surgery went wrong, the medical